Hi Taurus, this is going to be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, and within everything around you, because we all start from zero, which is just a blank canvas, or I guess just the fool's journey. Constantly adding to your canvas, adding to really any life experience, and just like art, it's a beautiful thing. If you'd like a personal reading, all that is down below. And lastly, there's no rules here. It doesn't matter what sign you are, when you see this, it's timeless. And what's special about my messages or my art is it's kind of like an optical illusion. There's the overall stuff, but then deep within it, it's like, wait, I see something else. There's something else I'm missing. There's like a piece of advice that I need to hear. That's why I describe it, so you can see it in your head and so you can get a gist of it. Also, sorry, you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm getting over a cold or whatever that is, so I'm glad I'm getting better. It's just, yeah. What I started drawing for you is what looked like, I want to say, a hatchet or a sharp object. And then I started doing more shading over, like drawing underneath that. And it was a person holding one hand up. I was getting two main scenarios in my head. The first one is when you raise your hand because you know the answer. Usually the people that voluntarily did that knew the material they were learning. And they were really smart. Probably like considered the know-it-alls, the getting good grades, all that good stuff. I'm getting Hermione Granger as well. Like every time she raised her hand, everyone rolled their eyes. And Snape especially would refuse to call on her because she's a quote-unquote know-it-all. It's like you're being viewed as somewhat of a know-it-all. This reminds me too of, let's say, an attractive person. They're less likely to be picked or approached because everyone assumes they hear it already. They know it already. There's almost this sarcastic feel here. It's like they don't need to know that. We don't need to call on them. They know everything already. You get the picture. The second thing I was getting was I volunteer as tribute. I'm pretty sure that's from the Hunger Games. Something will require you to volunteer or take the initiative, and I think you should. I'm not really getting much here yet, but I feel like once you do this, it's like you won't regret it. You're going to be happy you did. Kind of reminds me of those last minute plans turn out to be the best. Like, oh my god, imagine if I just said no. Imagine if I didn't go. I would not have this memory. So there's that. Lastly, I'm seeing when it comes to being that person that's not afraid to raise their hand or not afraid to be seen, not afraid to be that person, that know-it-all, comes a lot of different reactions. I'm seeing the scenario too of a teacher that only sets out to embarrass and... Sorry about that, I got interrupted, but yeah. It reminds me of those teachers that only set out to embarrass or put people on the spot. They don't want to call on the know-it-all. They don't want to hear from someone that actually does know. Similar again to how you can look at someone that has it all, looks-wise especially, like why would they have problems, you say? Because they're human. It doesn't necessarily matter. And this can even be in the reverse. Some people like to break people down when they know things, or when they quote-unquote have it all. People don't like people with confidence. Have you noticed that? It's like when you do got it, that's bad. And when you don't know it, when you don't know you're this and this, that's also considered bad. When you don't know, when you do know. Also reminds me too of how some people actually choose, like before it can go either way, choose people that don't know better, choose people that don't know themselves, don't have a high self-esteem, because they know it's not going to threaten them. They know it won't be a hard time. Kind of like easier to catch them off guard or put them on the spot, similar to the teacher scenario. So, yeah. Basically, like I said in the first part, there's something here about being viewed as a know-it-all. They already know that already. They don't need me to tell them. It's just this very, kind of feels sarcastic, kind of rude. What else was I saying? Oh, you're going to have a chance to, it's something about raising your hand is the art theme here. Like I volunteer, or I know. Whichever one you identify with, own that shit. Actually, I'm gonna get a card first. We have Mother. We have nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. That I volunteer thing reminds me of how she kind of like sacrificed. I think she was trying to protect her sibling, someone very younger than her, someone more innocent than her. So just like, you know what, I'll put myself in harm's way. Don't make them do that. That's how I remember the Hunger Games, at least that one scene. So it's like, you're gonna be volunteering, or you're gonna be doing something in the near future that will spare someone else. It's like, you know what, they're too innocent, they're too fragile, like, they don't need to be put through this right now. They don't necessarily have to be younger than you, it could just be like, they're in a fragile state of mind, let me help them, or let me just take on their burdens for the time being. So it's a lot of nurturing. I volunteer as tribute, I volunteer to do this. If you're getting something about, like, remember I said something that was viewed as negative here, like, oh, know-it-all, ooh, this. It could also be, I guess the negative connotation to this would be someone with a savior complex. Someone that likes doing those things only to be viewed as a savior, but I'm not saying that's what you're doing. You have Four of Pentacles. I'm getting this keep it to yourself energy. It's like you're struggling really hard, like kind of like Hermione, like she had to like stop herself sometimes from blurting out the answer or raising her hand because it's like here she goes again. It's like people expected that from her, and it was also kind of like probably embarrassing at times. Not that it was shown in the movies, but you can imagine someone that has that ability to put themselves out there sometimes will get that feeling like, you know what, maybe I should shut up. Maybe I should dim my light. Maybe I shouldn't volunteer. Maybe I shouldn't do what I naturally want to do. Don't do this. I feel like something's going to cause you to feel this way. I don't know if someone's going to be putting you down or there's going to be a comment made. Could even be in school, or maybe you have a professor, someone in your life that makes you feel like, you know what, maybe I should just sit here and pretend I'm not here. Don't. There's nothing wrong with who you are on each side. So don't hold back, even if you feel like you have to. King of Swords, yeah, King of Swords is logical, is very, very smart and quick-witted. Whenever I look at this card, I've said it plenty of times before, he also looks very nervous. It's like he doesn't like how much he knows things. You're getting something like, I see this, I saw that, but no one else knows, I'm going to keep it to myself. It's kind of like with intuition, High Priestess. It's like, you know what, I see it, I know what you're doing, I know what's going on, but I'll just keep my mouth shut. It's like, I know the answer. Probably the only person in this room that knows, but let me shut up. But I encourage you not to do that. Ooh, Six of Cups. I feel like something from the past also caused some type of trauma in regards to this. Maybe you had a bad teacher when you were younger, or a bad leader that really put you down. Someone that was supposed to lift you up. Someone that was supposed to like volunteer as tribute. Ooh, I just dropped on my cards. You have Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing this too as, it's like, here he has the pentacle really close to him. It's like, I'm not letting it go, I'm not opening up, I'm not saying a word. And over here it's like, I'm seeing that it's like slowly coming out of that energy and putting yourself back out there. I really like this. It's like, even if you only do it sometimes, just make sure you keep a balance. I mean, seeing him standing on 2 pentacles equals balance. It's like, no one to shut up, no one to talk. Depends on the context. It's not like you're saying anything rude. So maybe that's the moral of the story here. Just make sure what you're saying can benefit other people. If what you're saying benefits other people, who cares what other people think? Share. Share your ideas, share your thoughts. Hermione had many people like looking at her like, oh, here we go again, but she also had other people that called her the brightest witch. People thought she was smart. They were really amazed at how effortless she did things. Justice. Queen of Pentacles. This is funny. This looks like a journey to me. You start here and you end with the Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles is also considered the mother, which is weird. It's like here you're not nurturing your thoughts, your opinions, but then over here it's like she wants to protect it. It's like, why would I ever do that to myself? You're just getting something here about like you will be rewarded by doing this. Something great will come out of this. Something great will come out of taking the initiative, raising your hand, or volunteering as tribute. You're getting something about this will help in regards to finding a good job. Yeah, good news. Magician. Speak. Oh my god, raise your hand. Say what's on your mind. I feel called to leave it there. Okay, Taurus, that's the end of your art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, there's the overall message and the underlying stuff. It's like, what did you take from all of this, aside from what I said literally? It's not here about raising one's hand. Being a know-it-all. Who cares if you're a know-it-all? Okay, guys. Bye.